Hello, everyone. I'm ZHAO Chuang. Let's color the Lurdusaurus. This line drawing depicts the dinosaur partly submerged in water, which presents a challenge. When coloring, we should emphasize the effect of sunlight filtering through, reaching down 2 meters, and casting a shimmering glow on the creature's body. The key is that the colors should not be applied flat and stiff, as they often are with land animals. Instead, brushwork needs to be flexible, translucent, and to capture the sense of light flowing over the body. Another point is to highlight the contrast between the parts above and below the water. In this drawing, the head and some of the back are sticking out, while most of the body is submerged. Therefore, to create such an impression, we should utilize color differences. In terms of color scheme, a yellow belly and a brown back will work. The parts above the water could be more saturated and vibrant, similar to how objects look when wet in real life. Wet surfaces often have darker, more vivid colors. Taking the yellow part as an example, the parts above water can be a bit reddish, while the underwater parts could be somewhat greenish to create a smoother transition. This will help emphasize the differences between the two parts. Now, let's get started. First, use a very light, greenish yellow to fill the light-colored areas of the body, such as this large area on the lower part of its neck, the side of its belly, the bottom of its body, as well as the underside of the tail. Try to apply this color broadly. Later, we can layer a darker color over it. Then, use a very light green to randomly add some shimmering spots, indicating wave shadows on the body. On its neck, you can draw some elongated shadows. Next, use a color close to dark green or brown to add the patterns, which randomly placed dots can represent. Many of these patterns will be on the back. Visualize these patterns as very large, but they may appear more fragmented due to the light. For the underwater sections, we should try to present them by using cooler tones like green or blue. On the tail, draw ring-shaped patterns and add shimmering light to the upper part to create a more broken-up appearance. Next, we move to fill the areas above the water. We can use some warmer colors to create an illusion that the water causes noticeable color differences between the parts above and below it. On the face, draw the patterns with ochre, giving them a reddish tint in contrast to the dark green in the water. Then, use a darker shade of ochre to add shadows. Next, switch to a warmer orange for highlighting shadows on these facial parts. For the submerged areas, choose a light blue or bluish gray, essentially cooler tones, to sketch the shadows. The shadow area on the underside of the belly can be larger, which will make the body appear rounder and more massive. Fill the feet with gray. Then, we can use a darker gray for the spines on the back. For spines above the water, we can use a warmer gray. Any unfinished parts on the head can be filled in with a lighter brown or vermilion. Then, take this green and color the river. Start by tracing along the animal's outline, and gradually filling in the center. Keep the color semi-transparent, leaving some blank spaces around the edges. In these blank areas, you can lightly show the light and overlay some beams on the body. For animals submerged in water, their bodies might appear tinted greenish due to reflection. Add a bit of volume to the silt and sediment. Next, use the same light color we used for the dinosaur at the very beginning to depict the silt. Also, use it as a base color for the ground. Then, apply a darker color to add shadows to the silt. You can also use this gray to finish coloring the hand. Shadows on the feet can also be rendered with the same gray. Color the thumb orange. Afterward, use various shades of blue to show shimmering reflections on the water surface. Then, add touches of orange to these reflections, as water refracts and scatters light, creating a dazzling effect. Contrasting blue and yellow effectively depicts this refraction. Finally, use gray to unify the shadows, making sure they don't appear too fragmented in the overall composition. In this way, we've finished coloring this Lurdusaurus.